as I told you before, today we are going to talk or to continue talking about the tombs of the pyramid builders. And for here we are showing the ramp. The ramp was to go around the pyramid, and the workers used to drag the stones around. And for here I'm explaining how can we discover skeleton, how can we clean it carefully. Why carefully? Because maybe we discovered some amulets, some object, small beads or something like this. So we are clean it carefully. And the doctors who checked the skeletons told us that most of them were suffering from stress at the bones of the back, maybe as effect of carrying or dragging huge blocks of stones. And their ages were in between 30 and 45 years. And for here also, I think that for the workers who shared in the national project, I mean building the pyramid, came from different places of Egypt, as I told you. And they were around 20,000 people who shared in groups. And for here we have some tombs which belong to the tombs of the pyramid builders. One, or the big one behind, was built of limestone, and the one in front of it like beehive. This is a grave. Remains of skeleton, some kinds of pottery which is used to put it with the body, hoping to reuse it again in the afterlife. And for here also we see the different designs of the stones, of the tombs, squared, rectangular, domed, different designs, because the people, as I told you, who share in this national project came from different places of Egypt, from Upper and Lower Egypt, to share in this national project. Men and women, most of people came to share in this national project. This tomb belonged to someone called Petiti. What we call it, the tomb of the curse, as it has text of curse. Some bad animals like crocodile, hippopotamus, lion, scorpions. The owner of the tomb told the people, if you go inside, if you do something harm inside my tomb, the bad animals on the land will attack you, and you will be in bad condition in front of the gods. This is a unique text because we didn't used to see it in the tombs of the poor workmen. This is another tomb which belonged to someone was named Nefertses. He was the purifier of the king and also the chief of the palace of the king. He had married two women. One of them, this one, is her name Neferhetib-S, and the other one Ni'ankhut-Hor, and he had around 19 children. This is a very fine statue, as it has texts which told you about different kinds of bread and cake which used to have in the different occasions. On the false doors here we see the names of the wives, the names of the sons and daughters, each one with, or everyone with his name. And this is from one of the unique tomb in the site. And another, for the second time here we see like a dish, a big dish, or offering table with another warning or another curse, some bad animals like snakes, scorpions, to be against anyone who try to go inside the tomb or to do any bad doing against the tomb or her owner. This is very important, and this is very unique text. For statues belong to someone called Entishidu, who was the chief of the carpenters. This tomb, by the way, was discovered 3 days before the day of earthquake in Egypt. As I remember, in October 1992. The builders of the pyramid had many titles, like the overseer of the tomb's builders, the overseer of the builders, the overseer of the pot of God's need, the inspector of the boys, and the chief of the farm, the inspector of the craftsmen, the overseer of the palace, the purifier of the king, the overseer of the side of the pyramid, and the overseer of the craftsmen, the overseer of the gardens of the palace, the soul's priest, the priests of Hathor, lady of Sycamore, the priestess of God's need, who was known to the king, the inspector of the washers, and the overseer of the linen groups, the chief of the great pot. By the way, as I told you, those workmen came from different places of Egypt. They were around 20,000 people who shared in the time of flood when there was no farming. They were free to work for this national project, building of the pyramid.